Tom here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool transfer news video. And Liverpool have been linked with Ruben Neves. The 25-year-old Portuguese midfielder has recently come out and basically said that he wants to leave Wolves. He has been there for 5 years now and he really misses the Champions League. He has said that he's seeking a transfer away from Wolves. So in this video we will take a look at all the reports coming in about Liverpool being interested in Ruben Neves and also what his career has been like, what he could bring to Liverpool, and also a brand new Liverpool injury update. And also we will play Newcastle United on Wednesday at Anfield, so we will look ahead of to that game as well. So if you enjoy these videos, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you are new around here. We just smashed past 133,000 subscribers. Thank you so much for your awesome support. So the Portuguese midfielder gave an interview to the Times and he said, one of the things I miss the most is the Champions League. It's the best competition in the world to play in, so let's try to achieve that. If you ask me at the end of last season about my future, I would have said to you, I will leave, but I'm still here, so we never know what's going to happen. Basically, Ruben Neves admits that if a big club who is in the Champions League came in for him, he would snap their hands off for that offer. He would leave in a heartbeat. He would leave in an instant. And Neves emerged as a potential target for Liverpool. The Goal website is reporting this. Jurgen Klopp, of course, admitted that Liverpool are in the hunt for a new midfielder ahead of the transfer deadline day. And Frankie de Jong has been mooted as an option, but his wages could be a problem. Fabrizio Romano recently said that Liverpool's wage structure doesn't really fit in with, de Jong's huge wages don't really fit into Liverpool's wage structure, so that transfer is not maybe not as likely as I would like to happen. So Ruben Neves is 25 years old. He's 180 centimeters tall. He already played for the Portuguese national team 30 times. His market value is around 40 million euros. For 35 million he could be available, and his contract is up in 2024, so 2 years left on his contract. So if Wolves want to see money for him, then they would need to sell him right now. Otherwise, they would risk losing him for a much lower value, because when a player only has 1 year left on his contract, then it will be a cut price deal then. Ruben Neves is a very reliable player. He hardly ever gets injured. He almost always plays through the season without many injury troubles, and he usually scores around 5 goals on average, as you can see, and he has been playing in the Premier League for the 5th season in a row now. And he is mainly a defensive midfielder who can also play as a box-to-box midfielder. And what I love about Ruben Neves is his absolutely incredible strike on him. He is a left-footed goal-scoring maestro. He has become famous for his long-range, incredible goals at Wolves. And he's not afraid to go forward and prompt attacks, showing great maturity combined with an accurate passing skill, great vision, and astute sense of positioning on the field. His playing attributes also granted him comparisons to the Portuguese international teammate João Moutinho, who is also playing for Wolves. He has similar desire to press his opponents, and he has excellent distribution. He can spray passes to the left wing, to the right wing. So he's, I think, a midfielder that would do well for Liverpool, and for just 35 million pounds I think he would be available. So Liverpool wouldn't have to break the bank on him. We wouldn't have to spend more than 50 million to bring him in, and he would certainly become a regular in the Liverpool midfield, because he's 25, so he has a good 7 or 8 years at the peak of his career. And with Thiago, Jordan Henderson, James Milner all well above 30 years old, Liverpool need a young midfielder right now. I don't think we should wait for next summer and potentially bringing in Jude Bellingham. I think we should bring him in right now. And I'm sure that he wants to win trophies in club football as well. Internationally, he has already won a UEFA Nations League with Portugal, and he has won the championship with Wolves, but I'm sure that Ruben Neves would want to win league titles and Champions Leagues. And Ruben Neves appears to meet many of the criteria that the Liverpool hierarchy may look in a midfielder. And he has a glowing reference from Jurgen Klopp's assistant manager Pep Ynders, because they worked together at FC Porto. So Ynders knows Ruben Neves personally. Ruben Neves said, well, let's see what happens. I try to focus 100% on my football, and I had a good start to the season for Wolves, but we need results now. If you ask me at the end of last season, I would have said to you, I will leave, but I'm still here, so you will never know what's going to happen. But Wolves are in the relegation zone. They started the season with only 2 draws and I think 2 defeats, so Wolves are not exactly pushing for European football place, European place in the top 6 or anywhere close to that. So I think Ruben Neves is better than Wolves' level. I'm sorry to say that, Wolves fans, but he's a Portuguese international who played at World Clubs, at Euros. So he could be good enough to play for Liverpool, no problem. And what makes a transfer to Liverpool even more likely is that Ruben Neves said that he is always in talks with Thiago. He is in regular contact with one of Liverpool's best midfielders, Thiago, and Liverpool are admirers of Ruben Neves because Liverpool scouts have watched him regularly. And I think if Ruben Neves made it clear that he would want to leave, and I think if Liverpool put in a bid for him, then Wolves would accept the deal, because they know if they don't sell Ruben Neves right now, next summer they will only get like half of his actual value, or maybe 60-65% of his actual value. And Ruben Neves was asked which opponent does he admire the most, and he said, when I played Eden Hazard, it was unbelievable. It was just impossible to take the ball off him. I always speak about Thiago Alcantara, who is one of the best I've played against, and then you've got N'Golo Kante. He's unbelievable defensively and offensively. So Liverpool are admirers of Ruben Neves, but because it's so late in the transfer window, I think it would take a significant bid, something like 35-40 million, to prize Ruben Neves away from Wolves. And here is the report that Liverpool scouts are impressed with Ruben Neves, and according to this report, Liverpool could launch a late bid for Ruben Neves, because Liverpool of course are in the market for a new midfielder. And according to this news outlet, Wolves value Ruben Neves at around 50 million, but usually they value players higher than what it would actually take to buy him, because I think they don't want, of course, clubs lowballing them. So if they say, let's give us 50 million, probably around 40 million will do the trick. The big question is, do Liverpool want Ruben Neves enough to pay 40 million for him right now, or are we looking at other targets? And I think Ruben Neves would shine for Liverpool. I agree with this article. Ruben Neves is made for the big stage, and I think he would have massive regrets if he didn't leave Wolves in 1 or 2 seasons, because I don't think they are a club who can regularly play European football, and Ruben Neves should be at least in the Europa League, season in, season out. But dare I say, maybe even in the Champions League, I think he's good enough to play Champions League football week in, week out in a Liverpool team. And Quote Offside news outlet is also reporting that Liverpool are looking for a last-minute signing, but they are yet to make a move for Ruben Neves. But it's basically a come and get me plea from Ruben Neves, saying that he would love to play Champions League football. Fabrizio Romano said Liverpool have not made proposals or started talks for Ruben Neves over the weekend, but Jurgen Klopp and the club board are looking for a last-minute opportunity with favorable economic conditions, so not a crazy transfer fee or a crazy amount of money that they have to spend. So I think Ruben Neves for 40 million would be in that category. It wouldn't be like a crazy transfer. Nobody would say, wow, this is absolutely insane. It's not like Man United paying 170 million euros to Ajax for 2 players, Martinez and Antony. So it's not a crazy amount of money. And Ruben Neves is Premier League proven, so he could come in right now, straight away, and start as early as he can, get his paperwork done for Liverpool. And I think that's crucial at this stage of the season. And Bruno Lage, the Wolves manager, was asked about Ruben Neves' future, and this is what he said. Ruben is playing very well. That's why he was so important last season. Remember the kind of season he had last year. He started in a good moment this season as well. He has trained well and he's fit. You can see he's in a good moment. And that is why we need time to get everyone fit like Ruben. He has been amazing since the first day here. Now it's time to continue to work. I am 99% sure he will stay with us for one more year. I can say 100, but you never know with the market. He's happy here, he's our captain. I'm sure that he will be here to play for us. You can see that he's focused on his team and his game. So he's saying 99% because he knows if a late bid arrives from a big club, then he could leave. The fact is, yet so far Liverpool haven't bid for Ruben Neves. And now I want to just mention the Newcastle game, because Newcastle could be without 5 players against Liverpool. Of course, Liverpool have a lot of injuries of their own, but Callum Wilson pulled up with an injury. Bruno Guimaraes, one of their best players, pulled up with an injury. And Emil Krafth has an ACL injury, so he will be out for like 6 months. And Alan Maximum also limped off after scoring a crazy good equalizer. And anyhow, the Newcastle manager said that Bruno has a slight injury and he will be hopefully only be out for a couple of the games. Liverpool might be too soon, and because Newcastle are pushing so much in every game, they are getting injuries. Eddie Howe said that the players emptied their tank. We have picked up a couple of injuries. I don't know how bad they are. Of course, Jonjo Shelby is out due to a long-term injury. Callum Wilson is out. So Alexander Isak, or Ishak, who they just signed from Real Sociedad, could make his debut. And that's a very impressive signing, but it's an awfully lot of money. He only scored like 6 or 7 goals in La Liga last season. Yes, he had some seasons where he scored almost 20 goals, but still, to pay 63 million pounds for a striker like that, it's an awfully lot of money. But let's see how he does in the Premier League, and I'm really looking forward to that game. Hopefully Liverpool can win that, because we need to push on. I just looked at the Premier League table. Arsenal 7 points, Man City and Tottenham 5 points ahead of Liverpool. So Liverpool have ground to make up on those teams, and we need to put a winning run together, starting of course with or continuing with the Newcastle game. And after that we have Everton, a Merseyside derby. That's always fiery, and it's at Goodison Park, so that's no guarantee that Liverpool will win there. But I'm really looking forward to this week, because there will be Premier League games all throughout the week. That's the best, I think. And thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Have a nice day. See you later. Good night.